Nobody likes keeping track of a wallet full of credit cards with complicated rewards categories. And BECU members like Heather don't have to.
With this card, I don't really spend a lot of time thinking about it. I just use it and pay it. It's pretty simple.
Keep things simple with the Cashback Visa from BECU. No more confusing categories, no more blackout dates. Just 1.5% cash back on every purchase. BECU. Power in people. Member compensated for participation. Cash advances and cash-like transactions do not qualify as purchases. Contact BECU at 800-233-2328 for current product and rate information.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
In the meantime, have we managed to drink a time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. Before we get to the shot, Miles, just to be a douche to a guy named Bill, penicillin.
Penicillin.
Yeah, it says one word, penicillin. Say the word and I smell it. Penicillin.
Penicillin.
Penicillin. Look, I had a toast lined up for today, and in a nutshell, it was this. There was a fight that broke out at an Eagles concert over in Hyde Park in London. Mm-hmm. And it's no big deal that a fight broke out. It's sort of kind of a brawl, man. It's in the VIP section. It's just that the fight broke out while the Eagles were playing. Take it easy. But instead, you know what, man? I've been watching these texts come in, emails come in. We got Facebook posts. We have the Twitter posts. Thank you, Mike. All this stuff because of Las Primas Lemonade Stand, all right, down in Tacoma. Mm-hmm. If you did not hear, somebody robbed them, on Sunday, I believe, man. These girls, this was their first or second time out. Somebody stole $80 in cash. And then this tough dude, no. You think he's hard just because he held up 4 girls, Mike? No. It gets tougher than that. He then went to the getaway vehicle that had 3 other people inside. Clearly, the toughest.
Well, he did rob a couple young ladies. So.
He did. Now, where I'm from, you're called a punk-ass bitch. But I guess for your money among your friends, you're a hero. Just saying, man. Goddamn. We call you breakfast where I'm from. Anyway, Las Primas, they decided they're going to sponsor the entire radio station today, which they have done. They opened up the lemonade stand at 3 o'clock. They're going to go at least until 6. They got lemonade. They've got chips and pretzels, cold soda, fruit cups, popsicles for Ted. They have Go-Gurts. They have liquor. So they got this whole hookup. They even have a snow cone machine. But I'm not so much toasting them. Good on you girls for getting back out there and doing your thing and throwing up those middle fingers that your parents would tell you not to do to people, but you're kind of doing that to the guy that robbed you. But the fact that a bunch of listeners have gone down there and are hooking these girls up, man. And I've been watching all these things that come in, how much money people have been giving to them, as well as we have the QR code, whatever the hell it's called.
At KSW.com.
At KSW.com, I saw, and I don't want to say it out loud now, but I saw a number that people had already raised, not from buying lemonade, just from doing the QR code. It is staggering what you guys have done, man. And let's face it, July 4th is coming up. Hopefully you have a 3-day weekend. I know not everybody does, but it's one of those times we celebrate the U.S., right? What it is to be here, to live here, etc. If you read the news, watch the news, everything's going south. It's going crazy. We shut all that out. Today is an example of what we do here, which is take care of your neighbors. And you guys stepped up, man. We could not be prouder.
Thank you for that.
We could not be happier. I think it's an exciting thing. If you have not been there, Las Primas Lemonade Stand, just so you know, it's located on North Point Way Northeast and 53rd Avenue Northeast in Tacoma. And apparently, they're doing a brisk business. Now, that said, we talked to the mom of one of the girls yesterday, and what we've been led to understand and what we have heard from other people today, these girls ain't effing around, all right? Like, they have a
snow cone machine now.
They have a business that they run. They're very business-minded, man. So congratulations to you girls for stepping back up.
Here's this deal.
What's that?
If we ever have a Red Festival again, which we're not, we don't know. They're gonna show up.
We got to figure out a way.
Yeah,
I mean that's it, man. Yeah, we're gonna piggyback with them.
They're there.
That's the deal.
They are there.
Look, they're hustling more than my freeloading goddamn cousin.
You might see
he's 45.
the pain in the grass. I don't know.
We'll just sell the mini bottles of vodka inside.
Yeah, there you go. You can make it your mix. Anyway, man. So congratulations to all of us, them, us, you guys, dude. That's a good way to go into a weekend that celebrates what it is to be, as the first word says, united. So in the meantime, let's drink. We pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy!
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
And no bad choices today. We celebrate the 4th of July weekend on a Bad Choice Friday. Even though it's Canada Day, we decided to go Neil Diamond in America up against James Brown and Living in America. Mike, how was the voting?
It was decently close, but still a pretty good split from 57 to 43.
Ooh.
You may not like how things are going, but you know what? We all got to work together because, without a doubt, we are all living in America.
There you go. Welcome to the weekend, bitches. You're listening to the Men's Room. 99.9 KISW, Seattle.
Save hundreds off in-stock appliances during Judd & Black's President's Day sale, going on now through the 22nd. Stack your savings with discounts, rebates, and an extra year of warranty free on select laundry pairs. Plus 0% financing for 18 months. The Judd & Black difference is clear. Our team of appliance experts will help you find what's best for your home, lifestyle, and budget. Save now on top name brands like Whirlpool, GE Profile, Cafe, and Decor. Judd & Black, your hometown appliance store. Online at juddblack.com.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Time for all TV news all the time. Time for TV Time with 10.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the men's room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right. Your choices today. You got Seth Meyers.
Okay.
You got the Jimmies.
Fallon Kimmel.
Got the writers involved.
Uh-oh.
Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there in the title. All these guys have teams of talented writers helping come up with their monologues each and every night. It's up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom? Or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Animal control officers in Nebraska recently removed a Miller Lite can that was stuck on the head of a skunk. God. The smell was awful, said the skunk.
Fallon. Seth.
Yeah, it's Myers.
Animal control
You know it
officers
wasn't
in
me.
Nebraska recently removed a Miller Lite can that was stuck on the head of a skunk. God, that smell was awful, said the skunk.
This is some crazy news coming out of Yellowstone Park. People are getting too close to the wild animals to take selfies for Instagram. The bison in the park have started their own social media app called Instagord.
Fallon. Writers. Smith. Damn! Did you see we're a second?
Yeah.
Father and daughter?
Yeah.
In a week? It's every day.
Well, I mean, look, there's no other way to say this to people. They are they're very docile animals, but if you get too close to them, they're wild animals, they freak out.
Think about it like this.
I don't even know if they freak out. That would be the appropriate reaction.
You're a pacifist. You see someone approach your kid on the playground. What is your response?
Yeah. I realize Yellowstone's a massive park, too. They've had a hell of a month. All the flooding and everything. I can't even believe it's open.
It's
even the animals are like these.
Come on,
but you got to keep in mind, and you just said it. But that park is so massive. I think where the flooding is, you're talking hundreds.
Right.
Yeah.
But it turns out the animals still attack you if you get close.
They sure do. And the hot springs are hot. Stay here.
There's so many things.
Stay on the path. Stay away from the animals. I've never even been to Yellowstone. Just trust me. Since this weekend is the 4th of July, millions of people will be taking trips, and travel experts say it'll be the busiest travel weekend in years. And what's more American than an airport delay on July 4th? Fallon? Yeah, it's Fallon.
This weekend is the 4th of July. That's this weekend. That's right. Millions of people are taking trips, and experts say it's going to be the busiest travel weekend in years. Yeah, and honestly, what's more American than an airport delay on the 4th of July? You know what I'm saying?
You can hear my voice, and you're a person like me that didn't always show up 2 hours ahead of time. Trust me, get there early. Drivers in New Jersey got an unexpected show when a truck that was hauling fireworks caught on fire. It was the first time somebody called 911 and said, in 15 minutes.
Myers. Fallon.
Some drivers in New Jersey got an unexpected show when a truck that was hauling fireworks caught on fire. Yeah, it's the first time someone's been like, call 911 in 15 minutes.
Bed Bath & Beyond is being accused of trying to save money by turning off the AC in their stores. It's not a good sign when all the workers are passed out in the beds and bath. But the good news is, if you faint, you'll finally get to experience the beyond.
Details Smith. Yeah, how about you?
That's kind of it.
Bed Bath & Beyond is being accused of trying to save money by turning off the AC in their stores. It's not a good sign when all the workers are passed out in the beds and baths. But the good news is, if you faint, you might finally get to experience the beyond.
I will say this. One summer, my buddy Bernie, he had a kid when we were like 18 or 19. Mm-hmm. And I remember we went to a mall, and it was ungodly hot. Just awful. And then we went to a kid's store, and the air conditioner was so nice. And I was like, oh, this is how they get you.
For sure. This
Right?
is the one shop you're willing to be in.
It was like the kid's store he didn't want to spend money at because it was too expensive.
Take time and look.
But I remember I was like, Bernie, we got to hang out. Teddy, we'll just hang out here.
Yeah. I think kids came up with that. I'm 4 years old. Turn on your air conditioning.
I mean, it's a good idea.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
I think for any store, you go like, look, you want to move product, it's hot, and the mall's going to cut it. Turn on the AC.
Restaurant, whatever it is. That's why people go to movies.
Oh, dude, yeah, last year during a heat wave, so now it seems like you can't just go to a movie theater, you got to go online, all this crap. Like, every movie was sold out because it was a heat wave. Like, It's 100 degrees outside. We're not stupid. We know why you're here.
All right, is anybody in here caught up on the latest season of Stranger Things?
I am not.
No. Well, got a new spoiler alert. It gets stranger.
Yeah.
The things do.
Things do, yeah.
I have been lost on a text thread for weeks with that stuff. All right, so I guess if you are a Stranger Things fans, you know that your favorite song can break the evil spell of evil Vincia's spell.
I did not know that. Thanks for the spoiler.
All right. Have you put any thought into it? What song would save you?
But if I'm dealing with something evil?
Yeah, you gotta play your favorite song and it stops the spell.
Ooh.
Okay.
Is it an irritant to the ghouls and the ghosts and the demons?
No, it's just something you
just
like.
your favorite song right now?
I don't know. Well, Spotify can help you. It says they have a new feature called the Upside Down Playlist that puts together your most played songs.
Oh, okay.
So the first song that pops up on your list would be your Savior song.
Right.
I mean, it's tough, man, because I could go like The Real Thing from Faith No More. Love that tune. But then I can go back to Childhood with some old Kiss song. I don't know.
It is yeah.
I'd be like, Monster, give me a second. It's a loaded question.
Yes, I feel like every year, if somebody said, what's the song you listen to the most, would change. But if somebody says, if somebody says, what's your favorite song?
This is the one you listen to. It saves your life. It's your soundtrack.
That's a tough question, though.
It really
like, have you ever been at a party where somebody's decided they're going to play DJ and they go, any song you want, you just tell me what's your favorite song of all time? Like, goddamn, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you put out a song?
Maybe The Pot from Tool. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
man, I'm going to go The Real Thing, Faith No More, only because I've known it longer than The Pot from Tool, but that'd probably be my number 2. In other words, The Real Thing doesn't work. Like, wait, Monster, hang on. Try The Pot, see how that goes.
Yeah, I'd probably go.
Ooh, she's still trying to kill me? All right, wait.
I'd probably go Juicy from Biggie Smalls.
All right.
But it's not like I sit around the house listening to Ready to Die all the time. You know what I mean?
This isn't about that, Ted. This is about the monster's about to kill you, and he goes, listen, player, what's your favorite song?
Right, but if it said, what song did you play the most last year? I mean, hell, it might have been Ice Cold Beer by Luke Combs.
I'm not going to lie. I just opened up my Spotify. Mine is Doing This by Luke Combs.
Doing This?
All right.
Doing This.
Luke Combs saves your ass.
Great song, man.
You should send him a thank you note.
Miles, you listen to records, so you wouldn't.
You know what? As far as downloading stuff, Silk Sonic, probably.
All right.
That's probably top of my playlist for last year.
Apparently, Thrill's the only one.
Oh, y'all crazy.
Thrill's the only one that actually works at this rock station.
I know.
Well, I mean, you can't deny Silk Sonic. I don't care. Look, you like what you like. I love rock music. It's not that, but okay, I'm gonna play Nirvana.
Oh God,
or Lake or whatever.
That's good.
I don't hear it that often.
I think sometimes too for us though, like we work at a massive rock station, arguably the best rock station in the country.
No argument.
So we listen to a lot of rock. It's kind of the way like a lot of football players like soccer because they play football.
Joseph the charade from D'Angelo. Just like Monster, you let me listen to all 3, and then I will get back to you as far as which one will prevent you from killing me.
All right. I'd say of all the songs we play, the one I'd probably listen to the most is Even Flow.
All right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So if it had to be off this station.
Yeah, get away from me, monsters. Here's Even Flow. Get him, Eddie.
You actually sound like a DJ. Hey, get away from me, monster. Here comes Even Flow. Back to the upside down you go. Thanks for listening. 5:37.
Please don't listen to music on Spotify. All right. Everybody knows George R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, this and that.
And nothing else, yes.
That's a good point.
I mean, and look, there's nothing wrong with that. Good for him. Just like, that's where you know him from.
George Lucas?
Or Star Wars. Right.
Has George Lucas never directed anything else?
American Graffiti, but no one knows that.
Willow.
He also
but
worked on
Star Wars.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. He
Right.
worked with
Star
Steven Spielberg on
Wars.
it, yeah.
You know him from
Jonathan Williams.
I've seen American Graffiti once.
Did it? Yeah, that was one of Lucas.
It's kind of like the inspiration for Happy Days.
All right.
In a weird way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's Richard Dreyfuss, right? When he's young? I'm screwing that up.
I think it was Ron.
He had Harrison Ford in it, which he used obviously for Han Solo and Indiana Jones. He did have Ron Howard from Happy Days in it. He had Carrie Fisher, who went on to play Princess Leia. You realize when you go through things, look at Tim Burton.
Right. It's always
Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter, who I know he's married to. If you look at Christopher Nolan, it's always going to be who's the guy I love? Tom Hardy, a couple other guys. Like there are certain directors seem to work with certain people all the time.
Yeah, Harrison Ford was in American Graffiti.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Was Richard Dreyfuss not?
He was, yes.
All right.
All right, then.
Yeah. Mackenzie Phillips, wow. Wolfman Jack.
So basically, if you ever watch Game of Thrones, you know they kill off characters.
They got no problem doing that.
Right. And he said he learned it by being a Stan Lee fan. He was talking to the Independent. He said, quote, unexpected killing characters, characters who are not what they seem, characters who are partly good and partly bad, gray characters. You don't know how much, you don't know which way they're going to jump when the moment of crisis comes. Stan Lee's fingertips are all over that.
But don't we always assume that if a character dies early, they just left because they had an obligation to film another movie and they had to leave?
No, not this show.
What I'm saying,
regular TV, yeah. This show, you may have thought like, I am in good. It's like, we got bad news.
Right.
You ain't going to be here.
Yeah.
You won't even finish
But the old
this
tried
season.
through, like, he got eaten because...
Right.
Miles, you're not wrong, but I think that's kind of gone now. I think now people, it's almost like, it almost brings up more fandom if you kill off a major character where you don't expect it.
I remember when, who was it? Was it Affleck that died early in Smoking Aces? I'm like, oh, he's got another role. It was just my immediate jump. That's 10 years ago. But
there are a few. It was, what was it, Samuel L. Jackson in Deep Blue Sea.
Mm-hmm.
Right, he won it off. But like with TV shows, I think it's more, like remember, nobody, you guys never watched Sons of Anarchy. So when Opie died, that was shocking for people.
I remember you guys going on about it.
Right, I remember Hair Club being pissed because I talked about it. But yeah, it was you couldn't imagine that such a main character was going to get killed off. But unlike the old days, like he didn't leave, he's still there, he still does all that stuff.
Right.
You know, you see him with all those Sons of Anarchy people.
My character died.
Yeah, which I think is kind of good too. Keeps people on their toes.
It does, and it keeps people interested. Even if they get angry, it's like that's fine because it is fiction. But people definitely stay engaged because at some point you need to justify to them. You need to make me still like your show because you killed my favorite character.
It's almost like a cameo with death.
But they know what they're doing.
Or like Ozark. I know a lot of people probably haven't finished that one yet, so I won't give you a spoiler. I will just say one person that dies is not the person I thought that was going to die. I thought somebody else deserved to die, and I was ready to watch him die. And then this person died. Mm-hmm. I kind of went, oh, damn. Kind of caught me off guard there.
Son of bitches.
Right. All right, let's see. You got a lot going on this weekend. Obviously, a holiday weekend. There is some sports on. Miles, you brought it up the other day. This is the time of year where baseball's king. You have MLS going on. Like your Sounders are playing Saturday. But let's be honest. For the MLB and for the MLS, this is the dog days of summer.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Kind of plowing into the All-Star weekend.
Correct. So for Sounders, this is where you want to kind of go along, pick up points. The other night was a tough one, but Montreal is a very good team.
We found that out.
Yeah. Mariners are down there at Safeco all weekend. Also, if you're an F1 nerd like myself, there's the British Grand Prix is on at 7 a.m. on Sunday. And then I give this advice every year. There will be fireworks on TV. Now, we live on the West Coast. Hopefully, you'll go down to Lake Union. Maybe you'll be in Kirkland. There's a few displays going on. Set your DVR for the ones on the National Mall or in Boston or whatever. Have them record it. Because you never know if there's going to be a child in your home, a altered adult in your home. But it's nice to just be like, you want to watch the fireworks?
Mm-hmm. I got them.
Yeah, I got them. I got them right here. I still have the Nickelodeon playoff game from last year in my DVRs. I'm like, hey, kids, you want to watch Nickelodeon and sports?
Sure. Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
When you go on holiday, there is no finer achievement than doing absolutely nothing. Nothing on the beach, nothing by the pool, walking kind of nowhere, and chatting about nothing. As an Expedia member, you can save up to 30% when you add a hotel to your flight. So you can have a bit more money to go out there with great ambition to do absolutely nothing. Expedia. Made to travel.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Florida man tells cops that he set his boss's house on fire because ghost told him to. Meanwhile, a Florida woman attacks her home health care provider nurse with handheld uriner covering her in pee and in poo. Why do you have that? Jacksonville man kills neighbor's pet rooster saying he came to snuff it. Many wake up in New York and wonder if their tires had been slit. And a man tries to steal an R2-D2 from Disney World, might finally get laid in jail. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cop.
All right, our top story, we go to Florida where there's been a murder. A man has accused his neighbor of intentionally killing his pet rooster. The neighbor claims that that as he was getting his mail, he heard the rooster charging at him, prompting him to defend himself with a stick. That unfortunately ended fatally for the bird. The man insists that the neighbor did it on purpose, hurt that someone that he considers to be his friend would do such a thing, and actually called the police on him.
Rhode Island Ray. What are you laughing about? A rooster died.
It's not funny.
That's not funny, man.
It's an animal.
Yeah.
But how come a rooster can speak?
No,
they can't. No, Rhode Island Red. No, there's two roosters that
they can't speak anymore. He got stabbed.
He needed to be silent.
He's done. He's done. It's over.
In other news, over in the UK, where a local bakery has angered someone in the public. The establishment received a stern letter one morning demanding that they change the name of one of their sandwiches as it's clearly discriminatory against Christians, as the sandwich is called, good heavens, Jesus Christ.
How's that discriminatory?
Come on, man.
It doesn't discriminate, I will admit.
Don't you think that Jesus would have really liked cheese?
I'm sure he did.
Yes. Who doesn't like a grilled cheese sandwich?
Doesn't want a mockery sandwich, Miles.
Right.
I mean, come on.
They've threatened legal action against the bakery if they don't take down the menu item, make a public apology, and a $300 donation to the local church. The bakery seems unfazed by the threat.
Every once in a while, you have to say, kiss my ass.
Look, you need something to counter devils on horseback.
I'm
right there you go. Yeah. We have double days.
We gotta even this out.
I'm confident God will survive a
devil's food game. I mean, come on, guys, step up.
I think he's bigger than
step up in the food game a little bit, right?
Back to Florida, where an assistant.
That's what God's worried about.
Yeah, that's right.
That. Not everything else you guys are doing. This sandwich over the edge.
Right. Yeah. Back to Florida, where an assisted living nurse came under fire. The woman in the nurse's care managed to get herself into a spat with her male roommate that boiled to the point that she began throwing household items at the man. When the nurse intervened, the woman started hitting her repeatedly in the stomach before grabbing her nearest item, a handheld urinal, and throwing it at the nurse, which did strike her and cover her in its contents.
What is a handheld urinal?
You saw this doggone thing. It's basically a plastic tube.
The you-go girl kind of thing. Okay.
Well,
but it goes into a little place where you can.
It's a bottle with a bigger mouth.
But it also has an area where you can, like, there's a bag too. You can test that. There's kind of, think about like you walk
an oversized Gatorade bottle.
Basically, you can tie it up and get rid of it.
There you go.
Yes, or pour it out.
The woman has been arrested for assault.
Yeah, that's fair.
So good luck getting another home care provider.
For real, man.
When you hit someone with pee.
I come to your house, I try to help you out, and now the next thing I know, I'm covered in.
You're in a fight with your neighbor. I'm trying to be the bigger person here and break it all up because I know that this is just a stupid misunderstanding. Like that gun at all. But that is it for your headlines. And with that, happy 4th. Mike Hogg is out.
Oh, thank you, sir. We appreciate it. We'll see you up next to the Men's Room Happy Hour exclusively on the Odyssey app. Happy 4th of July.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. In the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch for 180 seconds or so. So until then, please, do what you do best, and for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
The idea of owning a home felt like a pipe dream.
That's BECU member Leandra talking about her home buying experience.
So we went to BECU where I met our mortgage advisor, Lauren, and she was like, this is what we're going to do. This is how you buy a home.
As a not-for-profit credit union, BECU helps members find the right home loan to meet their needs. Learn more at becu.org/home loans. BECU, power in people. Equal Housing Opportunity Lender, NMLS ID 490518. Members were compensated for participation.